This morning from the city of Columbus. Good morning, Councilman Jones. How are
Good,
you?
good morning. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great. So we're here today. We're talking about the rental assistance program. We're going to have it here at East Columbus Gym on September the 12th.
11.
September the 11th. That's right. We should never forget September the 11th.
Right.
So we're going to have a fair here on September the 11th from 9 to 1. Can you talk a little bit about it?
Well, I think people need to come out and apply. Whether you think that you may not qualify, still come out and check. If you're in a situation where you're having to struggle, if you're in a situation where you have to choose to pay this bill or that bill, come out and apply. Because you don't just have to be late on your rent to apply for it. So if you don't know, come out, check it out, and see if you're qualified.
How important is this to our community?
I think it's very important to our community. I mean, that's one of the reasons why we run, to become a public servant or to, become an elected official, is to help the community. At least most of us, I can say my reason for running was, to help the community. So I think this is great for our community or for anybody.
So have you been getting calls, people telling you they're struggling, they're having a hard time during this pandemic? I know that people have lost their jobs. I know last year with so many children being virtual, I know it has affected a lot of people in our community. So have you received any of those calls?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, people, all the time, whenever I'm out, phone calls, I can see the people that are struggling, and we all know that during this pandemic it's been hard. It's been hard on everybody, no matter what color you are, no matter what, where you're from. This has been tough on the entire United States or the entire country for that matter.
And even though it's in East Columbus, we are encouraging the entire community to come over and at least see if they qualify.
Correct. And we do also have it in, it's going to be at Sim Scott on the
19th.
yeah, September 19th, 1 p.m. To 6 p.m.
Okay.
So, if you miss it on this day, you may already have something planned, which I think is very important that no matter what you have planned, if you're struggling, you should come out and see if you qualify. But if you do happen to miss it on that day, the first one here at East Columbus, then you can also come over to Sim Scott.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Councilman Jones. We'll
Thank
get
you.
Councilman Mickens in. So, Councilman Mickens, good morning to you.
Good morning, Ms. Glenda. How you doing?
I'm great. I know you've been talking about this for quite some time. I heard you talk about it in church one Sunday morning.
Yeah.
You've talked about it at council meetings. So how important it is for you to have this rental assistance program come to Columbus?
It's crucial. It's if you put it on a scale of 1 through 10, it's a 12. It's up there. And like my colleague said, anytime that we can do something that we can give back to the community, and that's why we run. To help our citizens in our community, plus in the city of Columbus.
Okay. And you wanted to have it here first.
Yes, yes, I did, and but I'm not gonna be totally unselfish. My colleague got it going on at Sim Scott, and I think those are two crucial part of our city. Those that don't come out here on September 11th on large, then you got the opportunity to come out on September 19th on the Sunday from 1 to 6 and apply again. And I must press this right here that even if you don't have all your credentials, come. If you're feeling embarrassed about something, come.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what you're going through, just come and fill out the paperwork. We're going to have people here from Jackson, Mississippi, Mr. Tim Collins, that know what's going on. He's been all over the state of Mississippi doing this, so he can help you.
Okay.
If you're feeling like you're not educated enough, we got people that can walk you through every procedures of this step.
And we really appreciate that because we know they just had this a couple of weeks ago in Aberdeen, and there were over 200 people that showed up there. So we know that this program is really needed in our community, and so we're looking for even more than that.
Yeah, and this program is a win-win. I think it's a win-win not only for the citizen that behind on their rent, but it's a win for the landlord.
Absolutely.
Now they can get reimbursed. And Linda, what's mostly important here that we really don't look at is the pressure that some of our constituents are under. The pressure, like my colleague said, they don't know which bill to pay.
Right.
They behind on this bill, they got to pay this bill. You know what I'm saying? So pressure sometimes, we can, by doing this program, they coming out, filling out, they get approved, and I think the approval rate from, listen to Mr. Collins from Jackson, is very high.
Okay.
It's a very high approval rate.
That's
then come
great.
on out.
That's great. And thank you so much for wanting to have this program here. And so now we're going to get Ms. Deborah Taylor in from Columbus Housing Authority. Good morning, Ms. Taylor.
Good morning, Ms. Richardson. How are you?
I'm great. How are you? Talk a little bit about how important it is for your tenants at Columbus Housing Authority, because I think sometimes people think, well, because my rent is already reduced, this may be a program that I don't qualify for. So can you encourage your the people in Columbus Housing Authority to come out as well?
Yes, we want to urge not only the housing authority residents, but people of the city that may be facing challenges that are associated with remnants of the pandemic to come out and apply for the services that are being made available. We want them to know that we're here to prevent homelessness and to make sure that they maintain their safe, decent, affordable housing. We want to let them know that there are people that will be here to assist and aid and ease the process that may be confusing and challenging to navigate. We will have people here that will help them through that process.
Okay, so, and I know we spoke earlier before doing this live that you have already started receiving as a landlord. So you've had tenants to already go ahead and take advantage of this program.
That's correct.
So is there anything on the landlord's end that they need to do?
The landlords are required to make sure that they have all of their information that identifies the demographics of the entity, being it the name of the entity, phone number, contact information, email, contact people that are key and instrumental in navigating through the process and answering questions and making sure that payments are properly processed, as well as their tax identifying numbers.
Okay, now one thing I'm gonna ask you or talk to you about, and I didn't talk to the councilman about, is the fact that they can also apply for reduced broadband internet here during the same time. How important is that for our citizens?
Given the pandemic has caused us all to be in disarray, electronics and IT has become of significance value. One way that we have addressed this problem is we have acquired hotspots and mobile devices to check out by our residents so that they can continue their education, engage in telehealth, as well as educational programs that they may be engaging in online. So I see this as a very dire need that we need to address.
Well, thank you so much, Ms. Taylor. I greatly appreciate you being out here today in the East Columbus Gym, and we want to encourage you to come out. We're on Lawrence Street. We're at the East Columbus Gym at 222 Lawrence Street, and that is Saturday, September the 11th from 9 a.m. to 2. And also on September the 19th, that's on a Sunday, at Sim Scott Community Center. That's 909 20th Street North in Columbus from 1 to 6. If you're behind in your rent, if you want to just get some questions answered while you're out here, this is a good place to be. We're encouraging every citizen of Columbus. If you are renting and if you've gotten behind on your rent, we encourage you to come out. And we hope to see you